Okay, y'all, welcome back to the alecsistipton show, the only show you should be watching. I noticed in these get ready with me's, I don't have my glasses on. I always wear my glasses. I just don't wear them because I'm doing my makeup. But I hope you guys enjoy this part 1 of a multiple part video. The time I had a psychic dream and it came true. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Alrighty, so let's get started. So I have literally a list of things that I want to talk about. Some of the topics are gonna be like 3 to 4 videos long because I can't fit all that information into one video. So I went on my Instagram and did kind of like a poll, what video I should talk about, and the only one I'm really getting is to talk about my ex, but I don't think I'm ready for that since it's still pretty fresh. So I think the topic we're gonna talk about today is, let's just do my first psychic dream. These are real stories. None of this is made up. I sometimes wish it was made up, but it's not. Some real stuff. Also, if you hear this little buzzing sound, sorry, but it's hot in here. Like, I need a fan. I'll turn it off periodically, I think. But for right now, I really need it on. So anyways, let's get started. I'm going to start off with moisturizer. I'm not going to do toner today. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just putting makeup on because I'm going to do another video after this one. Probably a part 2. But that one won't be like a get ready with me. It'll be a smoke sesh. So let's do our moisturizer. So I already washed my face. I just took a shower. I got out the shower. We're gonna use the Morphe 2 moisturizer. I swear by this stuff. This is the only stuff I'll use to moisturize my face. So a little bit like that. Also, I got my brows hennaed, and it's not, I don't think it's like tattooed or anything, they're just hennaed. Her name's Sophia. She does a lot more than just that, but my eyebrows are really light, as you probably have seen in like the previous videos. So I like this color. I think it matches this really well. I'll probably brush them, just to brush them, but she threads them. She, what's that word? After she threads them, she, like traces them? No, what does she call it? I forget what she calls it. But she shapes them. She shapes them. She shapes them, and then she does the henna, and then she wipes it off, and then this is how it is. She says it stays on for 2 weeks, so yeah. I just got them done like 2 days ago. So let's get started. So I did my moisturizer. I'm gonna go in with my lip mask. You guys already know how I feel about that. Love it. It moisturizes so well. Sorry if my lisp is like super duper annoying. I have to wear my trays because I have been slacking and I haven't been wearing them. And the whole reason why I got Invisalign is because I had a huge gap right there, so I wanted to close that. And then I also had a little space right there, and my 2 front and bottom teeth were like pushed back because of my bite. So that's why I got them. And then I've just been super duper lazy, haven't been wearing my other trays, so yeah. Anyways, to that, I'm not gonna prime my face. I'm not doing all that today. Maybe I'll do some bottom liner just to say that we did it. This is the blush that I use. It's extremely old. My sister gave it to me like 3 to 4 years ago. And yes, I still use it. That's how you know I don't do my makeup that often. But let's see. Where's my concealer? We're just gonna do concealer, powder, mascara, maybe some eyeshadow, probably some eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna brush up my brows. Oh, where's my brush? I'm not gonna go get it. Anyways, let's get into the video. So my first psychic dream. let's just go all the way to the very, very beginning. This is why it's going to be multiple parts. I think I probably won't even be able to get into the psychic part of the dream until the next video. So hopefully you stay around for that. Let's start at the beginning though. So I was 14, I was a freshman in high school, and I had health class. It was health. It was like 7th period. And I was a pretty good student. Like, I'm not gonna say I was like a straight A student, because I definitely wasn't. But like, I minded my own business in class. I wasn't like the class clown or anything. I did what I had to do. I mean, no one likes being in school anyways. If you like being in school, then you do you, boo. But my entire life, even now, I've hated school. Never been good at school. I'm the kind of person, it takes multiple people to help me with math and stuff. Just wasn't good at school. We're kind of covering up a lot today. Anyways, so I sat at the front of the class. I sat at the front of the class. There was like, there was like 3 seats. 3, and then there was 2 other rows. I mean, there was another row on the other side of the room. So, like I said, I just minded my own business, did what I had to do. Yeah, that was that. And so one day, there were these boys in the back of the class, and they thought they were just the funniest kids. And if they ever happen to watch these videos, I think they know who they are. Well, they'll know who they are by the end of the story. But yeah, they were kind of like, not nerdy, but kind of nerdy. Some of them smoked weed, some of them didn't, you know, whatever. So one day, there was like a group of them. Let me turn this off. There was like a group of them, and all you hear is just like people messing around in the back. That's all you really hear. And then the teacher was just like, do you guys have an issue? And then so he asked one of the boys, we'll name him Pablo. One of the boys, the teacher moved up to the front. So it was me and it was me and I think a girl. Yeah, it was a girl. I forget her name. Oh, I remember her name. But she was cool. Like, she helped me in class. She was chill vibe. I liked her. And then it was another boy. Well, that other boy was kind of cool with all the boys in the back. So the teacher decides to bring Pablo up and sits right in the middle. So he switched that girl to the back, and he put Pablo in front with us. And I'm a very nice person. Like, I'm a very welcoming person. That's kind of how I always have been. I'm not gonna be like that mean person that's like, I hate that you're sitting next to me, you know, like, I didn't care. And I didn't want him to like hate me, you know. I just wanted him to be comfortable sitting there. And he knew the boy next to him, so he was kind of already comfortable, but I just didn't want to be like excluded in his So I was like, what's your name? And then he said Pablo, and I was like, oh, I'm Alexis. And we was like, nice to meet you. And then time went by, and I remember he was like oh wait, no, I think it was me. He had a binder, and at the back of the binder there was just like a bunch of like empty blank pieces of lined paper. So I flipped his binder and I just chose a random page and I wrote my number. And I was like, don't read it, like wait till you go home to read it. So then he obviously, like, you know, school ends, he goes home, and then like probably like an hour later or so, I get a text from him, and he was like, thanks, it was so long ago, but he was like, thanks for leaving your number or whatever, or like, I'm glad you left your number. I can't remember, but yeah, so long story short, him and I started dating. He was my first little real boyfriend. My dad didn't condone me dating anybody, he still doesn't, and I'm 22, but that's besides the point. I was like, I like this boy, he's super nice to me, I felt comfortable with him, he's funny, we have the same music taste, and if you have the same music taste as me, it's over, like, I'm in love, like, it is what it is. So he was just a really cool person, I really liked him, but just some time went on, and I was never like the popular kid. I was never like top-notch clothes. Always been chunky. I had a gap, I had glasses. Like, she just wasn't cute. Like, she just wasn't. And that's okay. High school's high school. But so like, we were together for like 5 months, and then I don't remember how, but I think his friend, and we'll call his friend, what should we call his friend? We'll call his friend Scott. So Scott, I feel like we were just like cool people. Like, we would text, it wouldn't be nothing crazy. I think, I know it wasn't me who went and asked for his number, I could tell you that much. So then anyways, me and Scott just started talking a lot more, and I'm a very flirtatious person, and I was like, oh, I didn't want to accept that I was developing feelings for him, because I am a very honest person, and I did like Pablo a lot. Like, he was cool. I like Pablo. So some time went on, and then Pablo, I think, got word or got suspicion and was like, do you like Scott? And I was like, no, like, I love you, like, duh. And so he was just like trying to take my word for it, I think, but also like was having a really hard time believing me, which is understandable. I wouldn't believe me either if I was in his shoes. I totally understand why he hated me after that. Like, no hard feelings now, but I understand why. And he has every right to feel the way he felt. But anyways, so what's it called? So yeah, after that, I started texting Scott a lot more. He started texting me. He showed interest in me. And I was like, well, I'm not about to cheat on nobody, because hell no. I wouldn't want that into me. Keep that in mind. I wouldn't want someone to cheat on me. So then, I ended up calling it quits with Pablo, and that was so hard because I had a best friend at the time. Shout out to my twin, you know who you are. She was like my best friend at the time. Like, I told her everything. She knew all the guys. She dated one of the other friends, or tried to. I can't remember. I don't remember. Okay, wait, so we did concealer. What are we gonna do now? I'm wasting time. I need to brush my eyebrows. That's what I need to do. I don't want to use my brow gel. I just want a brush. No, I need to brush them. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I got my thing. It was in my room. Okay. Where was I? Let's brush these out though. Okay, period. They're a little dark for me. I think just because I'm not used to having dark brows. Like, I've never had them done before, like color tinted, whatever. So it's just new, but it's just bold. Like, when I see them, they're bold. Anyways, now we're going, so we brushed those. Now we're gonna go into our baking powder. Okay, back to the story. So yeah, I ended up breaking up with Pablo. Oh, my best friend. So I told her, I was like, dude, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, I do love him, but like, it's just, he was bugging too much. And I was like, I really like Scott. And she just was like, always like a supportive friend. Like, you do what you feel like you gotta do. And I was like, okay, period. And so I remember it was lunch, and everything happens at lunch. Why does everything happen at lunch? And so I go to Pablo. I felt like, even now talking about it, I feel so bad. Like, so bad. Like, I didn't mean to hurt him. That wasn't my intention or my goal. I was young, and I was like, yo, if this guy's showing interest in me, I think he's really cute. Like, I need to, like, subconsciously, I was like, I need to go for it. And so, yeah, so I talked to him, and I'm like, hey, I think we should go on a break. Little did I know, people don't get back together after breaks. Like I said, that was my first little relationship, so I was clueless to my own actions. I was clueless to what you're gonna hear later. I was just clueless. I was just young. I was 14, like, boy crazy for no reason. Making a fool out of myself, essentially. Getting what I deserved. But, well, half and half getting what I deserved. So, yeah, I tell him we're gonna go on a break, but I was really just breaking up with him. And he was sad. Like, he was really heartbroken, and I had no remorse. Not that I didn't have any remorse, and it wasn't like I hated him or I was being spiteful. It was just like, I'm gonna do me. And I'm sorry that that affects you at the end of the day. Which was stupid, insensitive. He was a great guy. He treated me really well. So anyways, like, I think like a week later, me and Scott, oh my God, I almost dropped it. Me and Scott started dating. We were together, but we kind of tried to keep it on the DL because it was like, he was in the same friend group as them. And I didn't want him to like lose his friends. Like, that wasn't the goal either. But you know, eventually people just get word of what's going on. And yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm doing eyeshadow now. I'm gonna do the brown and I'm gonna do the sparkle. I'm almost done. So anyways, oh God, this is dark. I need my mirror. So anyways, yeah. So me and Scott start officially dating. People get word, and then lo and behold, I was being called a homie hopper. A flippin' homie hopper. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, that wasn't, I didn't even realize what I was doing until people started saying stupid stuff like that. So, you know, like, my self-esteem was kind of like, ooh, insecure. And I was kind of already insecure as it was, just because, like I said, I was never like the prettiest girl. It was like I was almost even lucky that someone was giving me the time of day. That's how it felt. And so, but me and Scott, like, we got along fairly well, from what I remember. I mean, like I said, it was a long time ago. I was just so like, he's so hot, like, obsessed with his look more than who he really was at the end of the day, you know? Like, he did drugs, like heavy drugs, and I wasn't about that because my mom had just died, like, when I was 12, like 2 years prior, because of a drug overdose, which that's another story time. But I accepted it. I accepted that that was, I didn't want him to do that. I told him, you know, I'd rather you just smoke weed if you're gonna do anything, because I knew at that time weed wasn't like super bad. It wasn't legal yet. Can you believe that? I was in an era where marijuana was not legal. And I'm not condoning drugs at all, at all. In fact, I hate drugs. Don't do drugs. But, I mean, I can't control him. I can't control anybody, really, you know. It's a self-choice thing that people go through. So anyways, I liked him a lot. We'd FaceTime a lot, you know, whatever. I hung out with his friends. But he was also like a wild child. Like, he kind of did what he wanted as well. I don't really think he took my, I mean, he didn't take my feelings or opinions into consideration at all, which is fine. He was 14, 15 as well. What do you expect? So some time went on, and I remember one day, him and I had I feel like we had kind of been arguing, and one day this girl walks by us, and she looks at us, but like looks away. Like it was just like she was like just looking at us, you know. And we looked at her, but I didn't pay any mind to it. I didn't think it was going to be an issue. I just thought she was a random person. And he had made a comment, and he was like, "You should be her friend." And I was like, "What? Why would I be her friend?" But he was a really random person. Like, anything that he said was just so random. Like, everything that he said was so weird, so random. So I was just like, oh, he's just saying stuff to say stuff, like, just to try and be funny. In fact, I thought he was making fun of her, honestly. Like, just because, like, she was alone and she didn't have friends, or she was just walking by herself. Okay, so I'm done with that. So I'm with that. We're gonna dust it off. I'm not doing that. Let's dust it off. And then I'll put on my mascara. And then that will be the... Can I fit in that whole story? Let's see. I think I'll finish it. Well, I'll see where I get. So anyways, that was that. So yeah, he's like, "You should be your friend." And I was like, "Bro, what? Like, no, I'm cool." Like, for no reason. I was like, "No, I'm cool." I didn't even know her, really. Which I'm glad I didn't, because she's not really the coolest person anyways. Well, that's it, I guess, for makeup. That side is darker. I am very aware of that. So yeah, so anyway, so I can't remember how far that was from his birthday. So his birthday was on a holiday. And so that holiday, we had that day off. It was like the middle of the week. We had to go that Tuesday. We had that Wednesday off. And then we had to go back to school that Thursday. And Wednesdays and Thursdays at our schools were like different block days. And so, yeah, so Tuesday, the day before we leave school to go on our break, our day break, I tell him, I was like, "I have a weird feeling. Like, I have a really weird feeling." And I didn't want to leave him. Like, I just didn't. Like, my stomach was just like, "I don't want to leave you." And I knew it was his birthday, so I was just like, "Oh, I just want to, like, spend it with you." Even though I knew I couldn't, because I wasn't allowed to date. So that was that. And I think my dad had, or my circumstance, because of my dad, had a lot to do with what happened. No, it was made up as a person. I told him, I was like, I'm never gonna give anything up, like, until I'm 18. Like, I was determined to never, ever, 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 ever do anything like that until I was 18. I mean, I kissed and everything, but, like, taking it past kissing was not gonna happen until I was an adult. Which I'm proud to say I kept that true to myself. But anyways. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, I have a weird feeling, like, I don't want you to go. And so we just hugged, and then we had to leave because it was the end of school. So we leave, and then that night, Tuesday night, I have a dream. But I don't realize what kind of a dream I'm having, or like that it was gonna come true. And I know it sounds crazy. I'll explain it all to you guys. So yeah, that Tuesday I have a dream, and it's basically he's cheating on me. So at the high school that we went to, hold on. Whatever. Okay. I'm gonna turn the fan back on. It's already dead. Well, those batteries were a freaking waste. Really, bro? I literally just put these in before I got started. Anyways, guess I'm gonna sweat here. So yeah, our high school had different buildings. There was 2 different buildings. There was a C building, which was like math and like computer, and that was it. It was basically just like the math building. The D building. The D building was like math and computer, and then the C building was science, history, econ, psychology, a bunch of different classes. So in my dream, I'm walking with Scott. We're walking, and I turn and I see this blonde girl, and she's like, Scott, come over here, Scott, I want you to like talk to me. And he's like, no, like stop, no, like she's right here. And I'm like in my dream, like, are you kidding me? Like, no way. Like, and I knew. I was like, he's cheating on me? Like, really? And so we go into the D building, and he's walking upstairs, and I'm like, talk to me. Like, what, are we done? Like, what? Like, I remember this dream word for word. I was like, talk to me, are we done? Like, I need to know. And he's like, I just don't want to talk. And so he goes upstairs, I go downstairs, and I'm crying, and then I happen to wake up. That's all I remember from the dream. But you're lying. The fan just turned on by itself. You're lying. I ain't hating because it feels good. But anyway, so yeah, so those clues are important for later, which I'll tell the rest of the story for another video. But I'm gonna finish getting ready, and then I'll finish the rest of the story at part 2. So as of now, I hope I have you on like a little hook. If I don't, then just wait till the next one. But yeah, this is basically it for my get ready, or yeah, whatever. Get ready with me story time, part 1. It was actually a lot of fun. I had fun talking. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it crazy so far? Am I really a homie hopper? Just kidding. You know what? I'm also missing a part of that story. Me and Scott had broken up for like a little bit. Yeah, that's what it was. Me and Scott had broken up for a little bit. I ended up talking to one of his friends. He lived in like Kerman or something. And I got close with him, but we never seen each other in person. It was all just FaceTime. It was just like that kind of relationship, and it only lasted like a month. And then I ended up getting in trouble because of that, which that's a whole story I can tell on like a different day. Like a backstory to this story. or a side story to the story, I guess you could say. But yeah, with him, I was sending, I'll just say it now. Me and Scott had broken up, and then I started talking to this guy. We'll call him Kevin. Me and Kevin started talking, and I was sending him inappropriate things. I was being stupid. I don't condone that as well. I don't recommend that to anyone. It's demoralizing to yourself, really, because these boys don't care. Like, they think it's funny. They don't take it seriously. And as a 14-year-old, you shouldn't be sending things like that anyways. Even if you feel like, no, I really love this guy. Like, dude, I'm telling you, they don't love you. Plain and simple, they don't. As they shouldn't. They're young boys. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I ended up breaking up with that guy over the phone. I mean, our whole relationship was over the phone. And then he got mad, posted all of my photos to Instagram. It just so happened that that same night, my cousin was on his little sister's phone, because he didn't have one, but she did, texting her little friend. I don't remember what he was saying, but it was enough for her to go tell her mom. Her mom told my little cousin's mom. She took the phone. Her and my uncle went through it. And because my cousin was following that guy and me, and I was tagged or something like that, and his Instagram was logged into my little cousin's phone, they saw all my pictures. And so my uncle called to my grandma and was like, get Lexi on the phone now. And he's like, what are these pictures doing of you on the internet? And I was like, what are you even talking about? Like, I had no idea. And I had just broken up with this kid, like, right before me and my grandma and my sister left the house. I was like, yo, like, I don't think it's working. Like, we're never gonna get to see each other. Yada, yada, yada. So yeah, he gets mad and posts all my pictures to Instagram saying the most horrible things. And then, yeah, so that's it for my makeup look. I don't know what you guys think, but I think I look pretty cute. So anyways, yeah, so my uncle's like, well, we're telling your dad. You're gonna tell your dad, or I'm gonna tell my dad. I was like, I'll tell him. So we all meet up at my grandma's. My dad comes to pick us up from, because that's what he did. He was gonna pick us up from her house anyways, because she watched us after school. And he comes. My dad's in a good mood. My dad's never in a good mood. Like, I can't express. Let me turn this off. He's never in a good mood. And so he walks in. He's like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? And I was like, Dad. And I told him, and he's like, are you bleeping stupid? Are you bleep, 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 bleep? I can't bleep and believe this. Bleep, bleep, bleep. And I was like, oh, my life's over. Well, and it was. He took away what I had was an iPod at the time, because I wasn't allowed to have an iPhone. I had like a, not a flip phone, but like you can like press the numbers. It was just like one phone. It was a minute phone, because my dad's so old school. My high school was not, like my earlier years were not lit. So he took that away. He took my iPod away. He took away all my clothes, or like all my cute clothes. He took away all my makeup. He took away everything, as he should. I deserved everything that I got. But it was like that for a couple years, because I was only a freshman. So anyways, yeah, after all that happened, like, I think like a month later, me and Scott got back together. And then that's when all that stuff happened, when he was like, oh, look at that girl, you should go be friends with her. And I was like, no. And then his birthday, I ended up dreaming. So that's where we're at. So now that you guys know, yeah, so let's see. So we're at the part where I'm going to explain why I had a psychic dream, or how it was psychic. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.